to Nerdy 4, the podcast where I, Amy Brown, ask fun and interesting people what they're nerdy for. I have a very fun and interesting, her face is exploding with smiles right now. Very fun and interesting bestie friendy here. I've got Holly Greene with me. Holly Greene lives in Atlanta. I met her 12 years ago when our children were very little at school. Holly was and is the room mom for everybody. She is the room mom for every class I've ever been in. And then if you need something, you text Holly and she's like, I've got 5 people who can do that. I'll send you their contacts right now. She's like the master networking person. So great. We love you. And you may say hi to everybody. Say hi. No, hi. You got to say it with your face into this microphone because it's also an auto. This is her first podcast, okay? So talk with your mouth. So people
can see me and hear me?
On YouTube, they can see you and hear you. She's waving. She's waving at the camera. Hey. And then people sometimes just listen, like with a, do you know what a podcast is?
Yeah.
Have you have it's like an Audible book, but with like no prior planning.
Okay.
Or writing or reading.
All right.
That's why I can do it.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I like that a lot.
So right now you can imagine there's people walking their dogs.
As they listen to us.
As they listen to us, they're folding their laundry. Right. Some are at their computers doing work, and they just want to have some background noise out in the background.
So they've got two women
yapping. And so I brought Holly on because Holly is one of the, first of all, you're straight up a character. You're a character. You're a Southern lady character. And what part of Georgia are you from? You grew up in a small town.
I grew up in a one red light town. It was a one red light town. Now it's a several red light town, but in Eastman, Georgia.
Eastman, Georgia. Does Eastman, Georgia have a Walmart?
It does now, but not
when you were growing up.
Right, not when I was.
We didn't have a Walmart. We had an Ames in my village.
No, we didn't. We had a Piggly Wiggly.
Did you have Piggly Wiggly? Here we go. All
Piggly
right,
Wiggly
paint a picture.
And a Dairy Queen.
Is there Spanish moss flowing?
In some yards,
is there a banjo getting plucked? And
no.
There's a chicken getting plucked.
No.
And there's Dolly Parton getting plucked.
So what's crazy is I grew up in a very small town, but I considered myself a city girl because I could walk to the red light.
Yeah, you're a townie. You're in town.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
I go to college, which was in Macon, Georgia, just an hour up the road, but Macon was a city. And I thought I was a city girl, but everybody just assumed I grew up on a farm if I was from Dodge County.
It's your accent, sweetheart.
Yeah. But I've always considered...
You make a meal out of some of the words.
Yeah,
well. For the people who are listening, my friend Holly is wearing beautiful pearl necklace, a pink top with ruffles and pink lipstick and diamond solitaire earrings. And when we were parent teacher association co-chairs, you said this sentence to me and it's burned on my brain.
Oh, Lord.
You said you know how people are crusty, like crunchy.
Crunchy.
Like if you are in Boulder, Colorado and you live in flannel, you're crunchy, like Subaru socks and Birkenstocks, dirtbag climber, crunchy. And you like, is it crispy? Crispy is a wasp. A white Anglo-Saxon Protestant with an iron and some starch in your shirt. And
but anybody could be crispy. You don't have to be white. You could people.
Absolutely.
Like you're not Southern, but you are Southern.
Yes.
You're not from the South, but I consider you Southern because of the way
I have monogrammed napkins.
That's right.
I don't have a Stanley Cup. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I don't either. No.
Yeah, it's just
no Stanley Cup.
It's too like people are like showing off or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, crispy. We see crispy. I see like J. Crew. I see a tie that's stripes, and it's like, oh, this is the colors of our yacht club.
Yeah.
Joel, you'll have a lot to say in this episode again.
Yeah, I love our yacht club talks.
Yeah. I had Paul Ollinger on, and we talked about private skiing lodges. And
Oh,
Joel's like,
wow.
y'all are so interesting.
Yeah, definitely my demographic.
Tell us more about Platinum Medallion on Delta. What do those cookies taste like? All right, so you're a Southern. We're going to talk about today Southern Ladies' Guide to Life and Love.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I love this.
So you do a lot in the community. Have you been the welcome wagon for your neighborhood? Have you done that?
Yes.
What? Okay. And was it monogrammed for the neighborhood or for you? That what present did you bring them?
No. So in our neighborhood, the way it goes is you move in, and then somebody within 5 or 10 houses will host a cocktail party. And everybody comes. It's a potluck cocktail party, and you're kind of vetted from about 6 till midnight.
Yeah, you told me about this. You were like, Amy. I was we were standing, drinking and eating from 6 until midnight.
For 6 hours.
You said like your foot almost fell off. And then the people around you were all older than you. And they were still standing and drinking at midnight. I guess what? I can't stand and drink that long. I have to dance.
Can. Oh my gosh, I've been here I
can't. My shoes are off. My bra is somewhere. No one knows where it is.
Yeah.
I can't do it that long. Those old school people, they know how to. Okay,
that's funny because I say you're my friend that I can't hang with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how I describe you. Yeah.
No.
You're like 10 years younger than me and doing way more than me.
I go to bed at 10:30. I get in bed at 9:30. I got in bed at 9 last night.
What do you do from 9 to 10:30?
Oh, I listen to podcasts.
Ooh.
Or I watch like a Netflix on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Do y'all have a TV in your bedroom?
We do not do the TV in the bedroom. We have one in case of like medicinal. If someone is laid up with a surgery, we're heading into our surgery years, and people are gonna be laid up in the bed. But I don't know how to work the TV in there, so and I don't want to spill. I don't want to fill the space with all of my noise. Like Kenton's doing something. Kenton's listening to Morse code in his head.
Yes.
You don't want to I feel like it's aggressive to fill the whole room with something you're watching.
Yes.
When you have someone else living with you.
I agree.
There, I said it. Do you have the TV going in your room?
No. I had a no TV on the first floor rule and a no TV in the bedroom rule and just a TV in the basement. But then COVID hit and a lot of my rules went out. And we brought a TV into
the entire house is wallpapered and flat screens now.
That's right.
Anything.
We have we still don't have a TV on the first floor. I still adhere to that rule.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to move your Christmas tree. So so this is I don't know if this is Southern or this is just being crispy.
Uh-huh.
You decorate your Christmas tree. It takes like a month.
No, it takes.
It's
probably
by the time it's
3
I'm gonna be
days.
honest, you have a party every year, the day before Christmas.
That's right.
And the tree looks a little dry by then. You've had it up for a while.
Oh my gosh,
I said it.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking today when getting ready for this, has Amy ever said anything that hurt my feelings? And one time you told me that I needed to always wear eye makeup.
No,
and
I
that didn't. You
I
did.
did not.
You did.
No,
you said you need mascara.
Oh.
Yeah. My eyelashes are blonde. And and that didn't really hurt my feelings, but that was just helpful, you know.
That's a room mom move. Like you've got poop on your shoe, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a whisker coming out of your face.
That's right.
That's
Let's
your
take
friend.
care of.
That's
That's your friend.
That's your room
I agree.
mom friend.
I agree.
And like she will, like I was at a cocktail party and this old school Southern lady, she looked at me, we're sitting on the sofa, we're drinking Chardonnay, that's how long ago it was. And Chardonnay was Clos de Bois, that's when it was like, hit the scene.
Okay.
20 years ago. And she goes, oh, you got a whisker. And then she took her finger, she brought it to my face, she wrapped her finger around the whisker. That's how long my whisker was coming out. It was like 4 inches of whisker. And she ripped it out of my face and she goes, there you go, sweetheart. And I was like,
oh my goodness.
Thank you. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. But I was like, but she took care of it and we moved on with our conversation. It was lovely.
Thursday, that happened to me. We had a get up in my neighborhood.
A to-do?
A to-do.
Up and doing?
Yeah. One of my neighbors wanted us to come see her white hollyhocks. And
A party just to see the
her
flowers.
Right.
That is so Southern.
Right. Like just 4:00, come over.
Joel, have
It
you ever
was
done that
text.
for your marijuana crop?
I didn't. I don't know if your friend wants me to talk about drug use. I never grew any drugs. I just illegally bought them. I don't have a green thumb.
You don't have a
Okay.
green thumb?
No.
You illegally or legally bought them? Or
Illegally.
both?
I mean, I've done both, but more of one than the other. Since
Okay.
I lived in Georgia and Tennessee, and
Okay, so illegally. Yeah.
Marijuana's still not legal here, right?
Yeah, I have been to legal states, and it's very nice because you can go in. You're like, I want to do this activity, and I want to feel this way when I do it. And they're like, these are the ones for you.
Come over to this area.
Yes.
Yeah, was it
That's
a
convenient.
music concert during the day?
Yeah.
Oh, a laser light show
Yeah.
in the planetarium. Boop, boop, boop,
They're
boop,
like,
boop.
oh, you want to go to sleep at 4 p.m. and not wake up for 5 hours? It's this one.
On an
Yeah.
airplane? Beep, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so we were going to go over and see the garden, but then the bricklayers were coming over to do something. So she said, oh, y'all, we can't. I've got workers coming over. So then this other neighbor said, well, y'all come to my yard. So we go over there, and this was before I had 2 other events that evening.
Oh, my gosh.
A puppet lantern making thing and a fundraiser in Buckhead.
The lantern, real quick, the lantern making is for this lantern festival we have in Atlanta on the Beltline where people make lanterns.
Yes.
And at night they do a parade and it's really cool. And then what was the other thing
And
you're
then
doing?
the other thing was Elle's Angels. There's a little girl in Buckhead who is suffering from cancer. And she's in high school and doing well. And it was a fundraiser for the neurosurgery department at Emory to help her.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
Okay. So,
So, and
you're
that was-
hammered by the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I started off at 4 before I hit the lantern and the Elle's Angels. So, but anyway, I'm over there at 4 in a cute dress because the Elle's Angels thing was a barbecue theme, and I don't have boots like everybody else. Like that's one Southern thing I don't have yet is like little kick around cocktail cowboy boots.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I didn't.
You don't have them?
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a thing. Oh,
kick around.
it's definitely.
Cocktail. Is it like a regular like a cowgirl boot? Is it pink? Does it have a heel? Is it tall? Is it short? Is it bedazzled? Is it embroidered? Does it have your monogram on it?
All of that. It could be any of that. My daughter just.
Oh, Amy, you would love these.
Let's pop a picture in and post.
There is.
There's all kinds.
There's some ones with like rhinestones and stuff on
Yes.
here. I'm honestly surprised you don't have these.
My
Okay.
daughter just ordered some from Amazon.
I'm not gonna wear them with shorty shorts though. You
Oh
can't
no!
make me.
Well, that you could.
No.
you could. No. Everybody's looking at your feet. Nobody's looking at
no one's
cellulite.
looking at my. Were they
Yeah.
the pockmarked territory?
Not that I've seen anything pockmarked on you. I'm just saying, and I've seen a lot of you.
The pockmarks used to be north. Now they're headed south for the winter. It's knee pocks. Knee
Well,
pocks.
anyway, I was wearing this cute dress with green loafers, and I was sitting there having a cocktail or some, I think we were on to Prosecco at 4 o'clock and eating nuts. And I did not have my legs crossed or my feet crossed or anything. And one of my neighbors pulled me aside and she said, Holly, I know you're going to 2 other things tonight, and I just saw your hoo-ha. She said, you have white panties on, don't you? I said, oh my gosh, I do. I'm wearing like good white panties tonight.
Like granny panties.
No, not granny. No Spanx, cute lace. They're really cute.
Okay.
And
Go girl.
I mean, they're not like skimpy, but they are lacy.
But you were sitting there.
They're good ones.
Were you
You should have
manspreading?
just looked at her and went, you're welcome.
She wasn't
And I was
saying
like,
it through
oh
the
my
dress.
gosh. She said, I just think if you're going to 2 other things tonight, you
should
might
keep your
wanna
legs closed.
keep your legs closed. Yeah. So
Okay.
people don't see your
So you're not as
cute underwear.
southern of a lady that I thought
I
you
guess
were.
not. I was kind of embarrassed.
That makes sense because you're my friend. I can't get the
Cheers.
creme de la creme
Yeah.
in the Southern Lady Department. I get the real deal. I get the real deal over here. The other day, Holly told me about going to marriage counseling with her husband, and it was his turn to talk. And they're like, the therapist was like, "Is there anything you'd like to change about your wife?" And he goes, "She says the F word an awful lot."
Yeah. And the therapist tried not to laugh.
Right? Poor,
Like,
you're
really,
Victorian.
is that your only complaint about this woman? You're doing good,
Yeah.
man. Do you realize how lucky you are?
It's like you're the administrative assistant and you're talking to clients in this house or something. Just like, that's not very professional. Stop saying the F word. I think you're married to a Victorian.
Yeah, I think I am.
She says you're actually married to. He's from Vidalia, Georgia, but he is from
Originally from India.
India. So
Yeah.
he's on the outside an Indian man, and then on the inside he is a wasp. Like
He is
he's
so
got
waspy.
golf
His-
shirts. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, pink pants and golf
pants.
shirts. And,
So cute.
And
He's a sweet man.
At Christmas, he wears these khaki pants with holly leaves embroidered on them. But my name's Holly,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really cute. Yeah.
Double entendre.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, tell the story about when you told his Indian parents that you guys were going to get engaged and what happened.
well,
and I'm going to help you if you forget because
okay.
I have this burned on my brain.
Yeah. So, no, I won't forget this. So, Arvin and I dated in secret for 3 years. And not in secret from anybody except his parents. Mm-hmm. So during that time, his parents were sending him these pictures of
for possible marriages and
for
partners.
possible
An arranged
marriages,
marriage.
beautiful women.
From India or
well-
other parts of Vidalia?
Yeah, just I don't think from India. I think it's like she's the #1 graduate at Stanford, and she's pre-med,
pedigreed.
and very pedigreed, and very pre-med and medical, and they were like those glamour shots, like 8x10. They were
Were
gorgeous.
they signed? Thinking
No,
of you?
no, but the resume of the
was
girl
was
would
the
come.
resume printed on the back like a
No,
headshot for being
it
an
was a
actor?
headshot, but yeah, this was back. Amy, I'm like really old. Like this is back in the
They'd have to
80s
send it in
and
the mail.
90s.
They'd send
Yeah,
it in the
was
mail.
definitely in the mail.
Yeah.
Nothing was printed on the
Oh,
back. I don't think
I
we
had-
knew how to do back and front.
I had
sheets.
so much resume paper. I was all into it. A cover sheet, let's go. Yeah. A
Yeah.
watermark in the paper.
Yeah, I think the fanciest back then were like he's getting fax possible brides.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you gotta have a dedicated line. We're sending so many women for you.
Yeah. So anyway, Arvin decided to wait. My mom said, Holly, you have got to tell his parents y'all are dating. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not marrying them. And she's like, yeah, but you marry the family. I'm like, Mom, you do not.
How old are you at this time?
23.
So you know everything.
That's right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, fine. So I said to Arvin, I'm going to break up with you if you don't tell your parents.
Oh, you came in hot. You
I
came
did.
in,
And
you went
y'all, I
0
was
to 60.
lying. I was lying. There was no way I could break up with him. I was so in love. But I said it. And I said it with...
Did you watch too many soap operas growing up?
Maybe, yeah. The Guiding Light at 3 o'clock.
Steel Magnolias?
So anyway, I said it, and he said, Holly, let me take my boards.
Oh,
And
so-
when I get my board scores back, they'll
he
be
was
good.
he was in the...
and then I'll take my board scores and give
and
this
put
and
your
tell them.
headshot on
Yeah,
top of it,
that's right.
slide it across the table with a number at
How
the
do you
bottom.
like these numbers?
Yeah.
And so anyway.
So he was in medical school at the time. Is that what the boards are?
He was
What's
in
boards?
medical school. Yes, he was in medical school
So
at
you
the
do
time.
like the learning part, and then you take the boards, and then you do the residency.
No, boards are halfway through. So 2 years of studying
Boards.
and then
More
2 more years of like studying and doing hands-on learning in
Okay.
the hospital.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then you graduate.
Okay.
So anyway, so he said, "Let me get my board scores back." So he did. He did really well on the boards.
Because
And
it's
he
hot. Because he's a hot guy. He's a sexy, smart man.
Yeah. And so he told his parents that he was dating me, and they were.
Did they met you? Or you were
No,
a
they had
secret?
not met me.
You're
so
some
all,
shiksa. You're
all
some,
they know exactly.
some blonde, crispy girl
That's right.
from
That-
the middle of a one light town, coming in with one tooth.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah. I was
Parents
white
or
and I wasn't a
cousins.
doctor. Those were the two things. I was white and not a pre-med doctor. I was a high school math teacher at the time. So anyway, a year later, his mom has a hepatitis scare. And she thinks she's going to die in 2 weeks. And so she calls Arvin and she said, I want to meet your girlfriend. Oh. And Arvin was living with his sister at the time. And his sister knew. And so she fixed breakfast and I came over. And we sat there and we had breakfast, and it was really nice. His dad would not come downstairs. He was not going to come meet me.
Not gonna
He
come
was
meet you.
Staying upstairs. And so
Protesting.
And at the end of the breakfast, his dad starts kind of coming downstairs. And then his mom takes me outside and she said, Holly, we don't believe in divorce. We, the great Indian population, does not.
All of them. That's a
all
lot.
All of them do not believe in divorce. And I sat there and I looked at her. I said, we don't either. Or I think I said, I don't either. Mm-hmm. And then his dad wanted to come talk to me. And the very first sentence his dad said to me was, Holly, I will pay for you to go to medical school. And I was shocked. I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, well, Dr. Rao, it's nice to meet you too. Right? I just didn't even know. And I said, thank you so much. I said, I would have gone to medical school if that's what I'd wanted to do, but I wanted to be a high school math teacher. And he said, I know, but I will pay for you to go. And I said, thank you.
So anyway, more upset that you're not pre-med.
That's right.
That you're not a nice Indian gal.
They liked it that I was tall. I'm only 5'8", but that's tall for them. And they were very excited about that. And they think I'm really pretty.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
They really do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. I think this is so funny that it was the med. They couldn't get over the fact that she wasn't pre-med. Yeah.
And so we were married a year later. It was kind of weird, like going from not knowing them at all to planning a wedding.
That's kind of how they do it over there. Like, here she is a week later.
Yeah, exactly.
Bing
exactly.
boom.
Well, the other story that kind of goes along with the whole pre-med Indian stereotype is when our daughter was 4, she was doing a ballet recital. And y'all, everybody came. Arvin's 2 sisters.
Are they all doctors?
They're all doctors.
And
there's
your mother-in-law's
11 people in our family.
The
and
mother-in-law's
I'm
a
the
doctor,
only
too.
one who's not a doctor. Yes, my mother-in-law's an OBGYN.
Maybe one of them can look at my husband's foot.
But my father-in-law is orthopedic.
Yes,
surgeon.
he's at the orthopedist right now trying to get an x-ray to see if it's broken.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Drama.
So anyway, they're all doctors. And so they all come to this 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning recital that lasts 30 minutes. And we all go.
Sweet.
It's very sweet. We all go eat pizza, and we're sitting there. And my father-in-law is sitting at the end of the table, and he's wagging his head back and forth, and he's going, and I said, Tathy, why are you tisking? And he said, with ballet in her head, she will never be pre-med. She's 4. She's a ballerina.
In her head, she'll never be pre-med. Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to mess up her feet, and then she'll become a podiatrist. Ballerinas smoke, too, so that's fun.
Oh, do they smoke? Is that how they stay so skinny?
Yes.
Do they have, like, non-doctor friends, or...
Doctors don't have time to have friends. That's a myth.
Okay.
No.
They're all doctors. You know what? I do, like, if you have a choice, it's good to have a doctor in the family. Because there's, like, even with good healthcare, you still need to call someone in the middle of the night.
That is so true.
I don't like, look at this. Is it okay? Do I need to go to the emergency room?
I agree. I agree. It is. I don't know how people who don't have somebody in medicine get through.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you just ignore things.
That's true. Take some more of your drugs and go to sleep.
Now here's
what part of the drugstore is that when you go to...
Here's the double thing. Now there's people that don't have doctors in the family and people that are poor and don't have health care. So
that's
they're just like, well, all right, we're going to go until I pass out because we can't go check this out.
An ambulance ride is so expensive. That's how you meet your deductible.
Mm-hmm. I rode in an ambulance a month ago. Did you know
I had a joyride? Was your father-in-law driving it?
No. I was in a wreck. I got hit head on.
Oh, God.
Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
I got hit head on Piedmont Road at 7:15 at night in the rain.
Whoa.
Yes, I was sitting there
okay.
turning left onto Morsco, and y'all, all of us, I'm just sitting there. I am talking to my friend on the phone, but like the speakerphone. I'm going to meet her son, who's hot. Mm-hmm. He's Ava's age. I know this is kind of dirty old lady, but anyway.
Okay.
He was in town.
You gotta hot me it up.
Ava's her daughter.
Ava's my daughter.
19 years.
19. Yes. And so this boy is 19, young man.
Is he good at math? Watch out.
Yeah. Is he going to be a doctor?
No, I think you know
Get
what?
him outta
He
here.
actually should be a doctor. He's really good
Dump him.
at nature. But anyway, so I was going to meet he and his girlfriend at Eclipse de Luna. I was going to take them out. They were visiting
You're hanging
town.
out with other people's children and their girlfriends?
Correct. Yes.
See? Okay, you're the ultimate networker. She knows everybody. She hangs out with everybody. She's got this network. It's across the entire planet. It's not even just Atlanta. You got friends in New York, London. You're like,
I collect friends.
You collect friends,
yes,
and you keep them. You keep them going.
I
Okay,
collect.
so you've got
So
hit.
anyway, yeah, and I gave Willem a few choices of where to go. He's a foodie, and he chose Eclipse de Luna. And his girlfriend is from Argentina. She was visiting.
Calientes.
So he goes to College of Charleston, where we have other friends
Yes.
in common. Anyway, so he came in for the weekend. Anyway, we're going out to eat, and I'm sitting there. I'm talking to his mom on the phone. I said, okay, Bridget, is there anything I need to tell him, mother him? Do you want me to grill the girlfriend? What? And she's like, no, the girlfriend's beautiful, wonderful. Everything's cool. And then all of a sudden, this car is coming straight at me. And I said, Bridget. And she hears it.
She hears the crunch.
And she starts screaming. I'm screaming.
Did your airbag go off?
The airbags went off, yes.
Did it burn your skin?
Yes. How did you know?
I just know that. I don't know why.
They totally burned.
It's like a chemical burn usually.
Oh my gosh. And smoke was coming out, and I'm like, oh my God.
It's going to catch on fire.
Well, first of all, as it was coming, I'm talking to Bridget, which was nice because she's one of my best friends. And I kind of felt comfortable that I was going to die with her on the phone.
Oh, that's sweet.
I really did feel that. And I hadn't told her that, but I did. Anyway, as soon as impact happened, and I'm sitting there, and y'all, 6 police cars are around us immediately. And my first thought was, I'm rebuilding a garage, and I've been waiting for permits from the city. How can the police be here like in an instant, and I can't get a permit passed, to build a garage? And so then I get out of the car because the smoke, I didn't realize it was from the airbag. I thought, okay, I've lived through the impact.
Yeah.
But now the smoke
Could
is
you get out of
coming.
your seatbelt, or was it locked?
No. Good. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they
I
get
could
locked.
get out. And I'm just shocked. It was a police car chase, and the
my gosh.
car that was
it-
running from the police ran into me. He came into my lane.
Damn.
That's why he just ran into me head on. Because I was sitting there thinking, why is he in this lane? Like it didn't make sense.
Did he get out of the car and start running?
No.
Is it on Atlanta Scoops?
Yes,
It
it
was?
was.
Oh my
I was
God, you're a
on Atlanta
celebrity.
Scoops.
Yes.
I was on Atlanta Scoops. I was.
You're high-fiving your friend for getting in a head-on collision.
Yeah,
Well,
on Atlanta. I made
well,
Atlanta Scoops. And
yeah,
this
I watched that.
rapper was like, y'all, be careful out here. And he had a video of me.
Oh my goodness!
Yes,
See, she's
yes.
famous. Do you know everybody? Have you had cocktails with the guy who's like she's?
Not yet.
Not
no,
yet? We'll
no.
find
But
out.
I did make friends with the ambulance guy. And y'all, I don't know if you know this. But
They're
so
hot?
they get me in the ambulance, and he says, what hospital do you want to go to? And I'm like, you mean I have a choice? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, I want to go to Piedmont. That's where my husband works. I'm like, I want to go to Piedmont Hospital, the best hospital in Atlanta. And he said, that is my favorite. That's the best one. I said, I agree.
Yeah.
So we went to Piedmont.
But you told me there's like if you have a heart problem, go here. If you have a bullet wound, go to Grady.
Grady, yeah.
They know how to dig. Their emergency room can dig anything out of
Y'all,
anybody.
I want to tell y'all, this is PSA. If you have a stroke, if anybody has a stroke, go to Grady. If you catch the stroke, it used to be within the first 8 hours, but now I think it's even longer. If you can catch a stroke within, I think it's 24, don't quote me, there are doctors at Grady who can reverse it.
Wow. This is we got to put this on
And
Atlanta
they
Scoops.
don't have that in small towns, but we have it in Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah.
And the guy who came up with how to do it is a doctor in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, that's where Joel's from. Oh, gosh.
I wish I knew his name.
That's not my circle. I would not. I'm not going to know a doctor
She's
who
saying-
reverses strokes.
She's saying, I wish I knew his
Yeah.
name because she expects you to know his family.
No.
No,
And
it would be nice to give him credit
How many
for
times-
figuring this out.
How many
you know.
times when you're on an airplane do you talk to the person next to you and then you know who they went to high school with or you taught their cousin?
So,
A lot. 'Cause-
y'all, there's a lot of crossover. If you just reach out a little bit, I do believe we're all 6 degrees of separation.
You are a lot of people's nightmare on the airplane. No one wants to talk to anybody on the airplane.
When I hit my 40s, I started not. I think actually when I had a child that I was like occupied with, that's when I stopped talking to people next to me.
Okay.
But up until then, up until I was 38, I talked to people.
And you're like a cute blonde and you're bubbly.
Oh, well, you're sweet. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. Wow.
So you taught school, and we still have to go through Southern food because I have questions.
Okay.
You taught school, and now every time I call you, you're like, Amy, I'm in New York. I'm with one of my students. And they're always doing something fantastic.
Oh, my God.
They're in a show.
My students are the absolute best people on earth.
She goes visits the students that she had in high school.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
I stay in contact with a lot of them.
You must be really... Do you just call everyone when you're driving and not getting hit by other cars? Did the guy who was in the car that was getting chased, did he run out? Did he run? Did he start running?
No, his car, I wish you could see it.
That's why there were 6 police officers there.
That's why there were 6 police cars. So immediately, they weren't there for me. I thought I am kind of narcissistic. I thought, wow, they are here so quickly for me.
Little fuss for me.
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
I didn't even see the guy. And it took me probably 20 minutes when I was getting into the ambulance that I understood that it was a police car chase. I didn't understand any of that, but they took him immediately. So I never
caught him.
They caught him. I never saw him.
If you watch Atlanta Scoops, they get squirrely. They start running.
Yeah. So, they took him off immediately. He made it through the wreck. I can't believe it because his car was just crumpled.
If you're on enough cocaine, you don't feel anything.
Maybe.
Right, Joel?
Yeah. Well, that's also why people never, like, there's a drunk driving accident. The person who's drunk isn't hurt, and
They're
person
loose.
Who is not drunk is hurt.
Usually your body tenses up, and then that's whenever you get in the wreck, and that's what hurts you is like your
Joel.
And then the person who's like drunk is loose or
sleep.
high.
And
I somehow knew that, and as it was happening, there was a lot going through my head. I was trying to think, do I tense up or not?
Oh,
you gotta go loose if you can.
I was trying to, like, Holly, be loose. I knew it. I'm like, be loose. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be loose. And I'm talking to one of my best friends. And Arvin and Ava kind of went through my head. And I'm like, okay, they're okay. That's good. And then I was alive.
And then you were alive.
Yeah.
My mom got in a terrible car accident when I was 8. She flipped there was a pile of gravel on the side of the road, and her wheel went up on it. It was like in the countryside, so there's no lighting. And it, lights on the front of cars used to be terrible.
Yeah.
Headlights. It flipped over, and then she hit a telephone pole. And then she woke up in the back seat of the car.
And she didn't have a seatbelt on, did she?
No. And she's like, oh, you either wake up or you don't. And that was kind of a big moment for her.
I don't like wearing seatbelts.
What?
I don't like wearing seatbelts.
Does it wrinkle your crispy top?
Yeah, my crispy top. But your mom, who's a judge, said to me one time, that's the most stupid thing ever. So because of her, she did. She said only stupid people don't wear their seatbelts.
Good.
And
that's another room mom.
I really like Amy's mom, and I still don't like seatbelts, but
you wear them.
I think about her when I get in a car almost every time.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's
really
fun.
And I'm like, shit, I got to strap. And I see your mom telling me that only stupid people don't strap up.
You got to wear a seatbelt. Dude, yeah. Okay. Southern food. You ready?
Okay. I don't like collard greens.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. So I grew up in upstate New York, and then I moved to college in Virginia, and we had Sweetbriar College in Virginia, and we had a dairy. And there was people there who made food for us. It's called a cafeteria. I don't know if anyone's familiar. It was a cafeteria, and I would every day. I'm like, what's happening? Like okra? What's going? We had
fried, right?
It was
sloppy, slimy,
cut in a slimy goo pot.
Yeah.
In the and I was like, no, thank you. And then they're
with tomatoes?
No tomatoes, just cut. I don't think it had tomatoes. I just remember the ladies.
I think it did.
The lunch
you
ladies
just didn't.
I didn't spend enough time next to the chopped up frog parts. Dude. And then there would be late cafeteria ladies there, and they were so sweet. They're like, "Here you go, late sugar," and I'm like, "Ma'am, I have gained 15 pounds. Stop it!" Like, they were like,
she would be like, "That's the beer. That's not. It's the Boone's Farm strawberry wine. That is not my.
You're not the first person to say that.
Potatoes or biscuits or macaroni and cheese.
I hadn't had real biscuits until I moved. I would only have the ones at Pillsbury.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good.
Oh yeah, I had an aunt from Texas, and that's the ones that she would make. The okra in the goo. Ugh. That was wild.
That's bad. Yeah.
Okay, and then and I talked about this on stage when I first started doing stand up. The white gravy. It scares me.
I know it scares me too. I think that must be some sect of my people, and I don't know. My family does not do white gravy.
Okay, it's a flour gravy with sausage fat, I found out. And that's why it's white. But it can get real clumpy.
Yeah.
And looks exactly like the plaque they take off your heart after you're done eating it. And
also, a lot of times white gravy is made with milk, so that's why it's white.
Well,
or like a buttermilk.
I mean, you're making a regular gravy. It's the pan trimmings.
From the meat,
and then butter, and you whisk it, and then you put stock in it.
Oh, really? It's so yeah.
And then you can do a little bit of flour to make it thicker.
I'm embarrassing my family now, not my immediate family. But
well, you're already not a doctor, so that ship has sailed.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, that's the immediate family. But no, my mama and her.
I love how you say mama. Well, mama and her people.
Because I don't cook.
Right?
I come from a cooking family. I just don't cook.
Well,
yeah. I don't even know how to make brown gravy.
So wait, you disappointed not only your parent-in-laws, but your own parents.
That's right. Yes,
so one set of the parents like you're not a doctor, and the other set's like, and you don't cook.
I don't cook. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Does your husband cook?
He would cook if he had time.
Does he make Indian food?
He would if he had time.
Okay. This is what happened when I moved to college. Not to be all about me, but I dated a boy from North Carolina.
Bacon.
No.
Another one?
Close. Pimento cheese. I had never had it, and he's like, "Get in the car now." And we went in the car. He doesn't talk like that. And we had to go to every grocery. We had to find pimento cheese.
No, there's one kind. It's palmetto, right?
This was 25 years ago.
Yeah, no. You can get it at Publix. You know which kind
now
to
it's
get,
everywhere.
Right?
It's on hamburgers, pimento.
There's one kind you buy at the store here now.
It has like a lady on the side of it, 1950s. Yeah. I love it. And it could get spicy or not spicy.
Yes. And there's three kinds. Normal.
There's a lady in Charleston, and she has she makes spicy ghost pepper pimento cheese, and she's got a great Instagram handle, and we'll tag her in this. She's great. She's very friendly. Jose and her are besties because they talked for 10 seconds, and everyone loves Jose. But we had to go find the pimento cheese. Oh, there's a place now in Atlanta you can get, it's a breakfast dish. It's got scrambled eggs and pimento, like a pile of pimento cheese in the corner. You can dip your bread and toast in it. Oh, yeah. It's delicious. And I was like, oh my God, what could this be? It's cheese and mayonnaise. It's just, I Googled the recipe.
I don't know what those red things are, but there's something.
It's pimento. It's the thing inside the olive.
Pimento. That's the
thing inside the olive for your martini.
That's right.
So it's just mayonnaise. And then also when I moved to the South, I had chicken salad for the first time. And I know the Midwest has chicken salad, and parts of New England put mayonnaise on things. I had never had chicken salad. I loved it. My mind exploded. And I was living in North Carolina for the summer, and I was like, I'm going to learn how to make chicken salad. And I called my mom, and I told her I was going to do that. And my mom's like, Amy, chicken salad has been known to kill people.
Oh, my gosh. She's right. I know she's right. Back in the day
when people were making their own mayonnaise, the eggs, when they're making the mayonnaise, the eggs would go bad. It would be out in a picnic all day long. It would go bad. Trichinosis, or I don't know, is what
that's so funny.
Paralysis. I don't know. It would make you sick.
You can tell she's from New York.
You can tell
nobody from
the South
would say somebody's died from chicken
has been known to kill people. Yeah. And then there's ham salad. explain your people. What is this ham salad?
I just think it's anything
Holly
you
Greene.
can kind of chop
You
up.
can just make anything into a salad.
In the South,
and
salad.
anything's a salad.
Salad
right?
means
Yeah.
add mayonnaise.
Yeah, add mayonnaise or a Jello mold.
Is that whipped cream, or do you add mayonnaise to the
No,
Jello?
no. Oh, I don't think you. No, golly, I hope not. I've never done a mold, but my people do.
You've never, you really aren't that
Yeah.
Southern.
No.
So there's
No.
a story that, or a saying that Baltimore and Atlanta should flip places because Baltimore is actually more quote unquote Southern than Atlanta.
That's so funny. So, in my hometown, people felt like Atlanta was the North. Definitely. I'm not lying. I am not lying. To this day.
I went to college in Virginia, and the girls were coming from the quote farther south, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're up north." I'm like, "No, you are not."
Yeah. No, Atlanta. In my hometown, Atlanta is the North. Definitely. Yeah. Sin City.
Sin
Oh,
City.
Yeah.
Running
Yeah.
around.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Pimentos outside of the olives.
I've got a really sweet pimento cheese story.
Okay, tell it.
Okay, so Rosalind
I'm gonna make it
Carter.
dirty. Let's go.
You can't make Rosalind Carter dirty.
Try me.
You can't.
I don't know what you're talking about, but she can.
You know Rosalind Carter.
She
Jimmy
just passed
Carter's
away.
wife.
Yeah.
A former first lady.
Yes.
An
Dirty.
advocate for students. Right?
Just for goodness,
Yeah.
she's just amazing. So she, there's
A
a
guinea
recipe.
worm joke is coming. No, just kidding. A guinea, guinea worm. That's a deep
'cause
cut.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. I went to the museum.
Okay.
Yeah, the Presidential Museum
Jimmy
for
Carter is getting rid of all the
The guinea worm.
guinea worms.
Because you have a worm that go into your body and that eats you alive in Africa. And if you have a special straw, you can drink water, and then the guinea worm eggs won't come into your mouth hole.
That's right. It's a big deal. But anyway, so Rosalind Carter's cheese ring.
A cheese ring.
We serve it at my Christmas party.
Okay.
If you've seen it, it looks like pimento cheese,
I
but it's
usually
not.
I don't make it past the fried chicken at your party.
Okay. You know that's from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
So
They make the
anyway, so Rosalind Carter has this cheese ring that's cheese and mayonnaise, of course, and
shredded cheese.
Shredded cheese.
So it's a pimento.
And no, there's no pimentos in it though,
Okay.
but there's pecans.
Oh.
Well, I don't say it right.
Pecans?
Pecans. Yeah.
There you go.
Pecans are in it, and you make it into a Christmas wreath, and you use little tomatoes and everything to make it look like a Christmas wreath.
Berries
Yeah, berries,
and
exactly.
some greenery.
And you put it on lettuce, and in the middle you serve it with strawberry jelly, and then you take the cheese ring, which is kind of like a cheese ball, and with the strawberry jelly onto a Ritz cracker, and y'all, it is heaven. So I got to meet Rosalind Carter a few years ago, and I told her that I made the cheese ring every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
And she grabbed my hands, her like little old lady cold hands that, thin skin, she grabbed my hands and she said, "Holly, I'm sure that you put it in a fancy cheese ring, but in Plains, we just used our hands to mold the ring." And I said, "No, ma'am, I mold the ring with my hands,
Oh,
too.
my goodness.
Yes, I don't put it in a
OG.
mold. OG.
Yeah. Good for you. Original
Yeah.
gangster. That's what that means, Mom. Yeah, you use I was imagining it in a Jello mold.
Yeah,
I had
well,
my
she
grandmother's
said
Jello
that's
mold.
what, I think fancy people do, but in Plains, they just use their
your
hands to make them
I was
ring.
talking to Laura Lee, another Southern lady, who's
Oh
like,
my
"Hey, mate!"
gosh.
Like, so she
Harley.
says her family would do Thanksgiving and just leave it out. Like, people used to just leave food out overnight and go back the next day and eat it, and it was okay. Like, before you had refrigerators, you just left your food out.
So my mom said that when somebody died, my mom's 84, they would sit with the body.
Awake.
And I think the food was out. And somebody, mom, as the kids would have to sit with the body at like 2 a.m. Like you have the 2 to 3 slot. Yeah.
Why is
and
that?
I'm sure
Were they
the
worried?
food is over there.
Why is this? Is this so the zombies don't come eat it?
I don't know. I should know.
Are there swamp people in your part
I should
of
ask
Georgia?
my mom before.
Okay, they had that with the Queen. Hold up. All right. So I heard this thing on YouTube that Southern talk is actually just British
English.
accent
That's right.
slowed down. White people. No, So so there's a lot of like old timey. So in the part of North Carolina where my husband's people are from, they say Happy Christmas, which is
happy. That's English.
That's British.
Yeah.
That's absolutely British. And then when the Queen died, her grandchildren took turns standing with her, and they had the kids took a turn, and the troops were like, you had to stay with the body. Mm-hmm. What is that?
There's something to it. We should Google it.
Is that Episcopalian? Or something. I think it's just to fight off the zombies.
Protestant. Let's just go with Protestant.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
it was on the table in the dining room.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah,
old
to
bodies
protect it
have
from
juices.
evil spirits.
What's that?
Protect it from evil spirits.
Okay, and then I saw.
It's a Catholic. Apparently it's a Catholic tradition.
A Catholic. Well, that's where.
Really?
Yeah. So you want to make sure that
We got to go back to Henry VIII for that.
Yeah, that no evil spirits can get into it before it's buried. Yeah.
Fight it off with pimento cheese.
Yeah.
Kill the arteries of the ghost.
So they also, I saw in fried green tomatoes, they covered the mirrors with a sheet. And is that so the spirit doesn't get confused and go into the mirror?
The movie?
Yeah.
It's not called Fried Green Tomatoes.
What's it called? Whistle Stop Cafe?
Yeah, no, it's not even called that. But with Kathy Bates.
It's Kathy Bates? No. It's
Yeah.
the lesbians?
She's the old woman who shows the young woman she's got more insurance and she rams her car.
That's right. But they would go back and forth from the 80s to the 40s. Yes.
We got to watch that movie.
It's so good.
It's twofold. Do you want the more superstitious or less superstitious first?
Both.
Which one do you want first?
I'll believe in everything.
Well, which one do you want first? Less or more?
Less.
Yeah.
Okay, so another reason was to hide mourners from seeing themselves during a time for grieving, so they were allowed to grieve fully. Because the idea is like if you see like, oh, I look all snotty and gross, I need to stop crying. You're supposed to just be able to cry fully. The reason, the supernatural reason is the belief is if a soul passes on and sees their reflection, they'll be trapped in the mirror and not be able to move on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta watch out.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So-
Okay. I love that hiding from the mourners.
Yeah.
Think about our kids on Instagram and they show themselves. It's a whole thing. Seeing yourself.
In mourning?
No, just not in mourning, but I think Instagram's evil. Of course, we're probably on Instagram,
But
right?
I want to,
Yeah, we'll clip this for the reels.
yeah, it'd be great. Instagram's evil. Like and follow, subscribe,
Yeah.
share with your friends. I need more followers so I can sell tickets.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
You should have told
what
me.
What I feel like we should do though with mourning, what they used to do, and I think we should do it again if people want to put a black band on their arm, because when you are in mourning, your brain doesn't work right. You can have paralysis. You can't think. You can't remember how to drive places.
Yeah.
Your brain is rewiring around the spot in your brain where that person used to be, and you have brain fog while those connections are getting reestablished. You're gonna be ironing and run over your own hand with an iron. Like you're gonna do all this crazy stuff. And I think having a band on your arm lets people know, like, if I'm just looking at the wall at the grocery store, you might need to ask me where I'm going. Like,
You're right.
right. Or
I
if
guess that's why people wore black for months, right? At a time after
Oh yeah,
somebody.
a woman would wear a black dress. And then I don't know. I know it from Jimmy Stewart. He had that black band on his arm after his father died.
Okay.
In a movie, the Christmas movie, where every time a bell rings, an angel gets her wings.
This is kind of a topic we mentioned Instagram. I do think it's morbid, but I think it's very funny whenever younger people were like at the funeral and like these stuff. That's so funny to me. It's disrespectful. I understand.
Wait, they're taking selfies
Oh,
at the
selfies
funeral.
or videos.
Laura Lee's mom died, and we all took selfies at the funeral
Such
too,
a-
and we're all in our 40s
I'm talking about
and
with the
50s.
bodies, though.
Oh,
Like,
no,
yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't do
yeah,
it with
yeah,
her body.
Oh,
No.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
do it
yeah.
with our friends.
No, I get it, because like the longest time when I was growing up, the only time my full family got together, it
was at
It was
funerals.
funerals.
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
the joke. It was just like, oh, it's so good that everyone's together.
Right.
We need to do this when
More
someone's
often
not
when
dead.
it's not. No.
But we never did. The only time we ever all got
Right.
together is
Is
at
at
a
a
funeral. And
funeral.
so then you end up
That's
cracking
right.
up.
That's
true.
right.
Well, I mean, there's a tradition of getting drunk in the Irish tradition.
We did that well at Laura Lee's mom's funeral.
We did.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Okay. All right. I'm going to find out what kind of nerd you are.
Okay. I'm ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did we cover food enough? I think we
I
did.
can recite pi to 3 digits.
3 digits, not more than 3. Don't you have
Wait,
a master's
do you
degree
mean
in
like
math?
to 3.14?
Yeah. I think it goes 15912. I'm not sure. I'm really not
Didn't
sure.
you
But
teach math? You said that earlier?
I've got a master's in math, but y'all.
I don't think that this is a brag then. I'm not like
I'm kind of like making fun of it.
I'm stopping at
actually.
3.14, but, but you're like, I can go to 3. Like, you did math for years.
You actually know what to do with that equation.
Yeah,
I only know nerds
I know how to
reciting
find it. I know how to find
Isn't
it.
it for like circles or something?
It is.
Like the
Okay, y'all,
the
this is
radius?
magic. Yeah. So you take any circle,
Yeah.
a quarter, the earth, that light over there that's a circle, and you measure the distance around the circle. And then whatever that number is, you divide the diameter of the circle, and it will be 314 every time.
That's kind of cool. How do you measure a circle? Is it with the kind of
With a soft
the soft tape that you would
soft
use
tape.
to see how big your titties got
That's
after
right.
your baby?
That's right.
I have a question for you about food and Southern people, real quick.
Huh.
There's a thing in the South where Southern women, some can stay very thin.
They just drink bone broth all the time.
Back in the day? Even back in the day in the 50s and stuff?
Oh, that was
think
diet
so.
pills back in the
Was
day.
it diet pet pills?
Tab.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes, yeah.
Do you think that moms might be stealing their children's ADD medication so that they can suppress their weight loss, or suppress their appetites?
I don't know.
Talking about now?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I take Sudafed.
To suppress your appetite. It makes me so loopy. Does it not make you loopy, Sudafed?
It jars me up.
Oh, really? You have the opposite effect. Okay. I actually know the answer to this question about being a nerd. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh my God.
Say it. Don't keep talking. Don't pause too hard.
Trek.
Really? You were the one who dressed up and went to all the Star Wars shows.
I dress up like Trek too.
Oh my God! You see, it's always a sleeper cell. It's always the lady wearing ruffles and a pearl necklace and like secretly inside. But you have an R2-D2 costume?
Yeah. But Star Trek is at Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, the original.
All of it. All of it. Baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You did have the hots for a doctor too. And I don't think it was because
I was a math major and a computer science major.
And a computer science major. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you had the hots for your husband for his earning potential. I think it was for his oversized brain.
Yeah.
He really filled out his hats.
I always got excited in college when he would talk science.
Yeah, I know. I get the same thing. I have the same thing. Have you ever had a card collection? Baseball, postcards, Pokemon.
Stamps.
Okay. Stamps. Oh my God. Okay. Are you scuba certified?
No.
Do you have a pilot's license?
No.
Do you have a perfect attendance award?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get excited when you go shopping for school supplies?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have who's your celebrity crush?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Is it because he was in that movie where he was a math savant?
Well, that was pretty cute. But I also,
Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting.
Uh-huh.
You didn't even have to Google it. My brain's working.
I mean, that's a pretty famous movie. That's not like a big pull right there. That's
Let
like
me
her
have this.
That's like her knowing 3 numbers of pi right now. We're not really.
We are in
y'all,
perimenopause brain fog. You be nice to us, Joel.
Y'all, I also, he's kind of, fell out of the limelight, but Will Smith, too.
Oh, well, he smacked somebody.
I know he smacked somebody. It was a moment, he wasn't right. I'm not defending him, but we all have moments where we break, right?
Not on national television.
Yeah,
he had a
y'all,
long
I could
walk
really
up there to reconsider what he was doing, and he had a smile on his face.
He was defending his wife.
It was a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you're
in
a comedian.
A joke setting.
It is hard.
It's a
hard.
joke in a joke setting.
I know.
A bad joke.
I do think comedy is so hard in knowing where that line is. You
He's
know,
a
that's very
professional comedian. He
is,
wasn't even
he
just
is,
like
he
some
is.
guy on the
I
street.
know.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, I find him hot, and he's done a lot of good. That was a bad moment.
Was it because he was very good at math as a teenager and he got a scholarship?
Was
for
he?
math?
Wait,
Yes.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah, and he did it. He got a scholarship.
Crush is growing big now.
Yeah, he
no.
got a scholarship and he didn't go. He decided to go do rapping.
You're
instead, and his
lying.
mom was so mad at him.
You're lying. He's good
think
at math.
Google it.
Holy. Oh my gosh.
Producers.
I did see him one time at a it was a Broadway show, and I'm forgetting the Broadway show. I'm so embarrassed now.
Oh, you're sitting in front of you?
No. I got to go to the opening of this Broadway show, and he was one of the producers of it. And he was across the room, and I couldn't even speak. And I'm like, and he saw me, and I saw him, and I was like, waving to him and starstruck all the time.
He had a very high SAT score, and
No way.
It was near perfect. And he said that if he didn't go into acting, he'd be a computer engineer because his favorite subject was math.
Oh my God. Y'all, oh my gosh, I'm going to go, like, tonight, I'm going to be Googling Will Smith. Oh my gosh.
Google Will Smith reading math equations.
Up high to like the thousandth number. Okay, do you know Morse code?
No.
Do you have a terrarium?
No.
Coin collection to go to stamp. Do you have a sword? Have you ever held a sword?
A real one, or we got some plastic ones?
No, a real one. Like Bear Daddy's.
I mean, I went to Hampton Court and spent a day in costume there. I think I held
what?
it. Yeah.
You buried the lead. This is more exciting than getting in the Atlanta Scoop with your head-on collision.
No, it was one of those. I'm a good trip planner.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm a very
Do you have a tattoo?
No.
Have you ever written fan fiction?
No.
Have you ever made your own clothes?
No. One time, in sixth grade, my dad was a physics teacher, and
Your dad was a physics teacher?
He was a chemical engineer and then physics teacher. That's the story.
Here we go.
And his next door neighbor in the hall was the home ec teacher, Miss Ball. And I would come to his room after school every day, and Miss Ball taught me how to make a pair of pants, and we measured, and they were pink polyester pants. I got to pick out the material. I was so excited, pink. And y'all, by the time I finished making the pants, I'd outgrown the pants. So I never could fit into them. But it took me a long time to make them, but I did make them.
Yeah, that's
the only time, but I never got to wear the clothes I made.
This is why I don't wear pants, because they're very particular about where your body's holding fat that particular day.
That's
I'm
true.
like a lava lamp. An active lava lamp. Stuff is moving around on me. I just gotta stick a dress on top of it and hope for the best. Try to keep my legs closed at the cocktail party.
That's right, so nobody sees your cute white Spanx panties.
Spanx panties. You gotta cross your legs, madame.
That's right.
That's what the
Or
royal
keep your
family.
knees
You
together.
gotta cross your ankles. Ankles.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you play a musical instrument?
No.
You tried to play the piano for a hot second.
Yeah.
You a chess player?
Yes.
Okay. That's like the master. Do you have a NASA T-shirt?
We do. We've got several, and we pass them around in our house.
That's so. You have a house full of nerds. Okay. I think I know what kind of nerd you are.
I'm so upset.
What?
Because space camp was a thing after I was little.
Mm-hmm. You have loved space camp.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to space camp. But do you know what I just learned in Sunday school last week?
What?
You can do space camp as an adult.
We can't do it. We'll pee our pants the entire time. We can't.
I think I want
none
to
of our valves close. We can't go upside down. Can you imagine going upside down?
I can't jump on a trampoline.
What do you think space camp is going to be like if not all trampolines?
I don't think they're like sending kids in the little centrifuge thing. I
think they put you underwater until you pass out, and then you have to revive somebody.
That is
Navy
that
SEALs.
is training for actually. I don't Like, what kind of camp do you send your kids to here?
No, it's in Huntsville, Alabama.
I know. I get what you're saying. I think that it's appropriate for children and also adults. Amy is pitching it like you're going to be going and actually like doing full-on training courses.
Like living with Matt Damon on Mars.
Like in the Martian.
That might
And
make
then
me
Will
pee in
Smith
my
flies
pants.
in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he. Do y'all remember when he rips out that alien out of the...
Talking about Independence Day.
Uh-huh.
He says, welcome to Earth.
Uh-huh. And he pulls that alien out of that spaceship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it for different reasons. I thought it was fun, and I remember the line he says, "You're horny right now." So that's the difference here. You can this is that tone here. That was, she was like, and with his hand.
She's like, you're looking at the muscles, and he's listening for the punchline.
Yeah, she's just, you've imagined yourself as the alien.
As the alien, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting pulled out of your car wreck.
Yeah, getting pulled out of my car wreck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's dusting all the burn
By the
chemicals off
policeman, that came in on a motorcycle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got your whatever you're gonna do tonight.
Fancy fun.
I remember you're gonna relive this when you try to go to sleep tonight. Okay, Patty, your name's Holly. I know. I've had 3 sips of champagne. All right, you are a den mom of nerds. You're the captain of the nerds. You're getting them in the car. You're getting them where they need to go on time. You're making sure they have outfits. You're making sure they have snacks. You're also a nerd. You speak the language. You do the activities. But you also have the ability to network, maintain friendships, do eye contact, tell stories. You have access to both sides of the brain. So you are the leader. You're the leader of the nerds. There you go.
Dang. That's better than INFJK or whatever.
What's INFJ?
You know.
That's that thing you talk about all the time, like the one of the personality things.
Well, she does 1 through 9, but you know, in school they do the NAJI, whatever.
Like extrovert, introvert.
Yeah. Dang, that was, you nailed it.
I'm psychic. This is what my gift is.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
I don't have a network of people across the world, but maybe I will with this podcast and my comedy. And Holly, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. I enjoyed that.
Oh,
thank
kisses
you. Mwah.